Welcome fans and freaks, viewers and haters. I'm your raging Canadian critic, and here's today's review. Today's trailer review is on 2012, a number which refers to both the film coming out this fall and the hypothetical end of the world. After seeing this trailer, I instantly knew this was going to be one of the most memorable films of 2009. There are people who don't want to even go see this movie because they're actually afraid of just how prophetic it could be. So let's get one thing straight here, people. This video is on the movie's trailer itself, not the hypothetical theory of when the earth bites the dust. If you're going to start a huge debate about it, I'm going to politely ask you to talk about it on a different video regarding the year 2012 instead of the film. Time to get started. The trailer opens up with how the Mayans warned us about this day, and that a group of people have performed a mass suicide around the Mayan calendar that started this whole theory in the first place. After this, the real chaos starts to begin when landmarks like the Vatican City and the Christ Redeemer statue collapse without explanation. This leads to the introduction of John Cusack's character, who while driving with his family, watches fire raining from the sky. Hold on! Back the truck up! Where do we go from buildings just spontaneously falling apart to a meteor shower? Shouldn't these things be connected in some way? Or is the year 2012 just supposed to be the day when Earth gets its own final destination moment? I mean, even the day after tomorrow had things connected. Speaking of which, do you want to know what these two films have in common? That's right, director. Roland Emmerich is the name behind films like this, The Day After Tomorrow, Godzilla, and Independence Day. Now, I love those kinds of movies years ago, and I'm not saying he's a terrible director. All I'm saying is that these movies all seem to feel like the same end-of-the-world/human race plot, just by different methods. So when I saw he was the guy behind this movie, I wasn't surprised at all. So after John Cusack plays a little meteorite dodgeball, we come to a montage of the world falling apart. And that's not a metaphor, people. The Earth is literally collapsing. Buildings are on fire when they're not crumbling over. The ground is split in two with one side higher than the other. It is nothing short of global chaos. There are even some times when the ground appears to give way and fall into the depths. Once this is done, we come to John Cusack mentioning about the government building their modern-day Noah's Arks to keep humanity alive during this crisis. Sounds great, huh? Here's the implied catch. Only the chosen people get to go aboard. I'm sorry, I've got to stop you there again. A plot revolving around the potential end of humanity where the government provides a haven that's only available to specifically chosen individuals? That's deep impact! So by checking out the film's synopsis and watching the trailer, you see that the movie is revolving around the same kind of subplots as these previous films. A character who suffers from marital/family problems, the President of the United States playing a major role, and couldn't be complete without a government official being an ignorant jerk? Why does it seem like the only thing that gets new with these films is the reason behind all the chaos? Thus, the rest of the trailer carries out as most of these other films do. Roughly 80% visual effects shots like buildings collapsing, planes flying, and a tidal wave soaring over the Himalayas. I'm not even going to dive into how scientifically absurd that is. And of course, the other 20% is filled with shots of characters and random faces prevailing against the disaster. Now I've become rather curious about something. How much of this movie is filmed on set, and how much of it was done on a computer screen? I know that with what's happening, you need lots of visual effects, but this movie looks like it's drowning under zeros and ones. Give the disasters a break for a second and show an actor here and there. So we come to the end of the trailer where we see a powerful shot of an aircraft carrier crashing into the White House in a freak tidal wave. Yeah, because that's never happened before in another one of these movies, has it? So from what I've seen, though 2012 touches on some interesting ground, I'm not seeing much difference here except for better CGI and a plot that will certainly grab people's attention. Now that the review's over, you're likely wondering if I'm going to go see this movie despite all the skepticism on its subject. Sure, I'll probably check it out. In 2013.